If your place still feels flat even after new furniture, then it is probably missing one thing that every modern home needs, and that is living plants that actually match the vibe. Today I am showing you indoor plants that look clean, bold and straight out of a design magazine but still survive real-life mistakes. These are the kinds of plants that turn boring corners into spots people ask about. You do not need a jungle or a green thumb to make this work. Just a few smart choices can change the whole mood of your room. Think sharp leaves, cool textures and colors that feel fresh, not dusty. By the end of this video you will know exactly which plants bring that modern energy into your space. Let us turn your home into something that finally feels finished. African violet is one of those plants people underestimate until they see it glowing on a modern shelf. It stays compact, usually under 12 inches wide, which makes it perfect for clean apartments and small spaces where big plants feel messy. What really sells it is the flowers, because a healthy plant can bloom 8 to 10 months of the year, and that pop of purple or white instantly softens sharp modern furniture. It loves bright indirect light, and research shows it performs best around 1500 to 2000 lux, which is easy to get near a window without harsh sun. Watering from the bottom keeps the leaves spotless, which matters in a modern home where every detail shows. The soft fuzzy leaves also trap dust, so you are not constantly wiping surfaces. With well-draining soil and light feeding every month, this plant can live for decades and even be passed down, which is rare for something this stylish. It is proof that modern design does not have to be cold, because one simple plant can bring color, texture and life into a space without breaking the clean look. Anthurium is the kind of plant that looks like it was designed by an interior stylist instead of nature. Those glossy heart-shaped leaves and bold red or white spathes create instant contrast against neutral walls and minimal furniture. A single healthy plant can push out flowers that last up to 8 weeks, which means your space stays colorful without buying fresh decor every month. It thrives in bright filtered light and grows best around 20 to 25 degrees, which is exactly where most modern homes already sit. NASA-style indoor plant studies also show it helps remove common indoor toxins like formaldehyde, which fits perfectly with the clean living trend. Water it when the topsoil feels dry and keep it in airy soil, and it will reward you with steady growth all year. It stays upright and tidy, so it never looks wild or cluttered. If you want one plant that feels modern, luxurious and practical at the same time, this is it. Dieffenbachia is made for modern homes that need something bold but not chaotic. The wide patterned leaves look like natural artwork, and one plant can easily reach 3 to 5 feet tall, which fills empty corners without needing bulky furniture. It performs best in bright indirect light, and studies show it handles low light better than many tropical plants, which is perfect for apartments with shaded windows. The thick leaves also help raise indoor humidity, which is a big deal in air-conditioned homes that dry the air out. Water it when the top layer of soil is dry and keep it in loose draining soil, and it stays upright and clean looking. Growth is steady through the year, so it never feels stuck or dying. In a modern space it works like a living sculpture that adds color, texture and height without ruining the minimalist vibe. Anthurium fits modern interiors because it delivers bold style without demanding constant attention. The waxy leaves and long-lasting blooms can hold their color for up to 2 months, which means your room keeps that fresh, staged look with almost no effort. It prefers bright indirect light and does best in normal indoor temperatures, which is exactly how most modern homes are set up. Watering only when the soil surface dries keeps the roots healthy and the plant looking sharp. Studies on indoor plants show Anthurium helps reduce airborne pollutants like formaldehyde, which supports the clean living trend people want today. It grows upright instead of sprawling, so it never feels messy on a desk or shelf. If you want something that looks expensive but lives simply, this plant nails that modern vibe. Alocasia Melo is a statement plant that feels more like modern art than greenery. The thick textured leaves look almost sculpted and can grow over a foot wide, which instantly draws attention in a minimalist room. It prefers bright indirect light and steady warmth around 20 to 25 degrees, which matches most indoor environments today. The leaves are dense, so they hold moisture longer, meaning you do not need to water it as often as softer plants. Well-draining soil is key because its roots hate sitting in water, but when treated right it keeps its bold shape for years. It also raises humidity around it, which helps balance dry air from heaters and air conditioners. In a clean modern home, this plant adds drama without clutter and turns any shelf or table into a design feature. Moth Orchid is the plant that makes a modern room feel high-end without trying too hard. One flowering stem can hold 10 to 15 blooms, and each flower can last up to 3 months, which is longer than most cut flowers you buy every week. It loves bright indirect light and steady room temperatures, which makes it perfect for desks and side tables in apartments. Watering once a week is usually enough because its thick roots store moisture like a sponge. Studies show orchids release oxygen at night, which helps improve bedroom air quality and sleep comfort. The clean arching stems look amazing against white walls and modern furniture. If you want elegance with almost no mess, this is the plant that delivers. Monstera is the ultimate modern plant because those split leaves look like they were designed for social media. A healthy plant can push out leaves over 2 feet wide, which instantly fills empty space and makes a room feel styled instead of empty. It thrives in bright indirect light, but research shows it can tolerate lower light levels, which works great in apartments. The large leaves help increase humidity and even reduce airborne dust, which matters in closed modern homes. Water it when the topsoil dries and give it loose draining soil, and it grows fast, especially in warm months. It climbs instead of spreading, so it stays neat when trained on a pole. In a modern setup, it is not just a plant, it is the centerpiece that defines the whole vibe. Spider plant is proof that modern style does not have to be complicated. Its thin arching leaves look clean and graphic, which works perfectly with minimalist shelves and hanging planters. A mature plant can produce dozens of baby offshoots every year, which means one purchase can turn into a whole matching set across your home. It thrives in bright indirect light, but also handles low light better than most plants, making it ideal for apartments. NASA-backed indoor plant studies listed among the top plants for removing carbon monoxide and formaldehyde from indoor air. Water when the soil surface dries and keep it in well-draining soil, and it will stay fresh-looking all year. It never feels bulky or messy, which is exactly what modern spaces need. Purple passion plant is for people who want a modern look that breaks the rules in a good way. The deep violet fuzz on the leaves reflects light in a way that almost looks neon under daylight bulbs, which instantly adds personality to neutral rooms. It grows fast and can trail over shelves within a few months, so it is perfect for filling empty modern spaces without clutter. It prefers bright indirect light to keep the purple color rich and only needs watering when the topsoil dries. Studies show darker leaf pigments absorb more light, which helps this plant perform well even indoors. The soft texture also contrasts beautifully with glass, metal and concrete finishes. If your space feels too clean or cold, this plant injects life and attitude without going overboard. Bromeliads look like something straight out of a modern art gallery. The bold upright leaves and colorful center bracts stay vibrant for up to 4 months, which means your space keeps that styled look long after most flowering plants fade. They thrive in bright indirect light and grow best in warm indoor temperatures that match everyday living spaces. Instead of soaking the soil, you fill the central cup with water, which makes them perfect for people who forget regular watering. Their compact shape keeps them tidy on desks and shelves without spreading everywhere. Research shows their leaves trap moisture from the air, which slightly boosts indoor humidity in dry modern homes. If you want a plant that feels futuristic but still easy to live with, bromeliads are a perfect fit. Moonshine snake plant is built for modern homes that value clean lines and zero fuss. The pale silver green leaves look almost metallic, which pairs perfectly with concrete floors, black frames and minimalist furniture. It is one of the toughest houseplants on the planet, and studies show it can survive in light levels as low as 50 lux, which is barely brighter than a hallway. It releases oxygen at night, which makes it a smart choice for bedrooms and workspaces. Watering once every 2 to 3 weeks is usually enough because it stores moisture in its thick leaves. It grows upright instead of spreading, so it never feels messy or out of control. If modern design had a plant mascot, this would be it. Peace lily brings a soft modern elegance that works even in the most minimal spaces. The deep green leaves and white flowers feel clean and balanced, and one healthy plant can bloom several times a year, with each flower lasting weeks. It performs well in medium to low light, which makes it perfect for rooms that do not get strong sun. Indoor air studies listed among plants that help reduce airborne pollutants like benzene and formaldehyde. It is also a great humidity indicator because the leaves droop slightly when it needs water, so there is no guessing. Keep it in moist, well-draining soil and it stays full and glossy. In a modern home, it adds calm without clutter. Philodendron is one of those plants that quietly upgrades a room without screaming for attention. The smooth heart-shaped leaves trail or climb depending on how you style it, which makes it perfect for shelves, walls and modern plant stands. It grows fast in bright indirect light, and research shows it tolerates low light better than many tropical plants, which suits apartment living. The large leaf surface area helps trap dust, which keeps your air a little cleaner over time. Water when the topsoil dries and use loose, airy soil, and it keeps pushing out new growth month after month. It never looks stiff or fake, which gives modern interiors a softer, more natural feel. If you want easy style, this is your go-to plant. Tradescantia is a modern design dream because the purple and silver striped leaves look like they belong in a fashion studio. It grows incredibly fast and can double in size within a few months under bright indirect light, which makes it perfect for filling empty shelves quickly. The color stays richer with good light and minimal watering, since soggy soil is the only thing that really slows it down. Its trailing habit adds movement, which breaks up stiff modern layouts. Studies on indoor plants show fast-growing foliage helps absorb more indoor carbon dioxide during the day. In a neutral room, this plant becomes the pop of color that makes everything feel intentional and styled. So that is how you turn a plain room into a modern space that actually feels alive without buying new furniture or overthinking the design. These plants prove that style and simplicity can live in the same room if you choose the right greenery. Try adding just one of them this week and watch how your whole place changes. If this helped you out, hit the like button, share it with a friend who needs a refresh, and do not forget to subscribe for more easy ways to upgrade your home with plants.